Welcome to Byte-Sized Techs, where we like to blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Always fun stuff.
Yeah, so this week we are diving into a pool of AI news,
Hmm.
practically an ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready, folks. It's going to be a wave of information.
Hang on to your
Yeah.
digital platies.
So first up, Google's Gemini.
Okay.
It can now remember past conversations
Interesting.
and is appearing in more and more Google products.
Uh-huh.
Are we talking about AI that remembers my grocery list or AI that, like, finishes my sentences?
Well, I think it's a move towards a more personalized experience, you know? Like,
But
imagine searching for a recipe and Google remembering your dietary preferences from, like, a previous conversation, filters out all the recipes with ingredients you can't eat.
oh, that's
Convenient, right?
that's cool.
But it also raises questions about, like, how much data is being collected
Right.
and how it's being used.
Yeah, it's like, is Gemini my helpful friend or my super organized stalker?
Yeah, good question.
And while we're on the topic of AI that knows a lot, OpenAI's shaking things up with GPT-5.
Okay.
It's going to be one unified model that can do everything.
Wow.
Write code, compose music, maybe even predict the future.
Well, predicting the future might be a stretch, at least for now, but the idea of a single model that can handle a wide range of tasks, I mean, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Although some people are calling it shrinkflation, which is basically like a less powerful model disguised as an all-in-one solution.
Shrinkflation, so like when you open a bag of chips and it's mostly air.
Sort of, yeah.
Is OpenAI giving us a bag of mostly air AI?
That's one way to put it.
Okay.
But it is a valid concern. I mean, a unified model could mean sacrificing specialized capabilities for broader functionality.
Okay.
We'll have to wait and see how GPT-5 actually performs.
All right, so speaking of AI with different approaches, what about Anthropic and their AI Claude?
Right.
They seem to be more focused on, like, powering other AI tools rather than being the star of the show.
Exactly. They're taking kind of a behind-the-scenes approach, giving developers more control over how Claude works.
Okay.
It's like they're saying, hey, we built this awesome engine. Now you guys figure out what cool cars you want to build with it.
So less look at me, I'm AI, and more let's build a future of AI together.
Yeah, something like that.
I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
But enough about software. Let's talk robots.
All right.
Meta is reportedly building a team to develop humanoid robots that can help with physical tasks.
Interesting.
Is Zuckerberg building a robot butler army to rule us all?
Well, the official line is that these robots will assist with things in the real world. Like, imagine a robot that can fold laundry or unload the dishwasher.
Oh man, sign me up for that.
Right. But you have to wonder, what are the long-term implications?
Okay.
If robots become commonplace in our homes, how will that change our lives, our relationships, even our sense of self?
Okay, now you're making me think too much. I was just excited about not doing dishes.
Sure.
But seriously, robot helpers do raise a lot of questions.
For sure.
And speaking of robots, apparently Apple might be joining the robot party too.
Oh, really?
Will Siri finally get a body?
Well, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo seems to think so.
Huh.
Apple is notoriously secretive, so we don't know much about their plan.
Right.
But if they do enter the robotics market, you can bet they'll focus on seamless integration with their existing products and a sleek, user-friendly design.
Apple robots would probably be the best dressed robots out there.
Probably.
But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about how 3D printed houses are stepping out of the realm of science fiction.
Okay.
Icon, a company that builds homes using 3D printing, just got a huge funding boost.
Yeah, they snapped $56 million in their Series C funding round.
Wow.
That's on top of the over $500 million they've already raised.
So 3D printed homes aren't just a novelty anymore.
It seems not.
They're becoming a legitimate contender in the housing market.
Yeah, looks like it.
But what does that mean for the future of housing?
Good question.
Will 3D printed houses be cheaper and faster to build? Will they be more sustainable?
Maybe.
So many questions.
Lots to think about.
It's definitely a topic worth exploring further.
Agreed.
But for now, let's
You take a break.
yeah, we'll come back with more bite-sized tech news, including the drama surrounding TikTok and some truly wild AI developments.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned. All right, so we're back with more bite-sized tech, and we've got lots more to unpack.
Yeah, we really dove in deep before the break.
We did. It's a lot to take in.
Definitely.
So before the break, we were talking all about AI.
Right.
And it looks like things are only getting more interesting.
Well, the AI landscape is definitely dynamic. You know, we've
Yeah.
got these established players like Google making these bold moves.
Right.
And newer companies like Anthropic
Yeah.
kind of carving out their own niches.
And speaking of Google, they're really pushing Gemini as like the go-to AI for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a good thing, or should we be worried about one company having so much control over our AI experience?
That's a great question. I mean, it's kind of the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, having like a single AI that can handle such a wide range of tasks could really streamline our lives and make technology more accessible.
I could see that.
But you have to consider the potential downsides of having like a singing point of control.
Yeah, like what?
What happens if that AI starts making decisions for us that we're not comfortable with?
Oh,
Or if it becomes biased in ways that we don't even realize?
it's like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
What about OpenAI and GPT-5? They're also aiming for this unified model that can do it all.
Right.
Is this the future of AI, or are we headed for a world of AI shrinkflation?
Well, I think it's too early to say for sure,
Yeah,
but I think the success of a unified model will depend on how well it balances like breadth of capabilities with depth of expertise.
okay,
A truly powerful AI needs to be able to do many things well,
right.
not just many things superficially.
So it's not just about quantity, it's about quality, too.
Exactly.
Like, I'd rather have a Swiss Army knife with a few really sharp tools
Right.
than one with a bunch of flimsy gadgets that break after one use.
I agree with that. And it's worth noting that not all AI companies are pursuing this unified model approach.
Oh, really? Like who?
Well, Anthropic, for example, they're focused on giving developers the tools to build specialized AI applications.
Oh, okay, so they're kind of like the tool makers for the AI revolution.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
That's a pretty powerful position to be in.
It is.
Okay, enough about AI for now. Let's talk robots.
All right.
Meta's building humanoid robots, and Apple might be joining the robot party too.
It's getting crowded.
Are we on the verge of a robot uprising, or will these robots just end up taking our jobs and leaving us to play video games all day?
I think the reality is probably somewhere in between.
Okay,
I mean, robots have the potential to automate a lot of tasks that are currently done by humans, which could lead to job displacement in some sectors.
right.
But it's also possible that robots will create new jobs and opportunities that we can't even imagine yet.
It's like that saying, one door closes, another one opens.
Exactly.
But what about those doors that are already open? Let's talk about 3D printed houses.
Okay.
Icon just got a massive funding boost, which means they're serious about scaling up their operations.
They are.
Could 3D printed houses become the norm?
It's certainly a possibility. I mean, 3D printing has the potential to disrupt the construction industry in a major way.
Yeah, how so?
It could make housing more affordable, faster to build, and more customizable.
Imagine being able to design your dream home on a computer and then just print it out.
That would be something.
That would be amazing.
It would.
But what about the environmental impact? Are 3D printed houses more sustainable than traditional construction methods?
That's a really good question, and it's one that researchers are still exploring.
Okay.
The sustainability of 3D printed houses will depend on a variety of factors.
Like what?
The materials used, the energy required to print the homes, and the overall life cycle of the buildings.
So it's not just about printing the houses, it's about the whole picture.
Exactly.
Okay, let's shift gears again and talk about the TikTok saga.
All right.
After a month of legal limbo, TikTok is back on Apple and Google App Stores in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
Is this a permanent victory for TikTok or just a temporary reprieve?
It's hard to say for sure. The legal and political landscape surrounding TikTok is so complex and constantly evolving.
Yeah.
But its return to app stores is definitely a testament to its popularity and its ability to navigate these challenges.
It's like a game of digital whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Every time you think you've knocked it down, it pops up somewhere else.
It does.
But let's move back to the world of AI for a moment.
Okay.
Because we have some truly mind-boggling developments to discuss. Are you ready for this?
Hit me with it. I'm all ears.
Go brace yourself. OpenAI reportedly got a $97.4 billion offer to be bought out.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
And the potential buyer is none other than Elon Musk.
Wow, that is a bombshell.
I know, right?
But knowing Elon Musk, there's probably a catch.
Oh, you're right about that. Musk wants to examine OpenAI's financial records interview staff, and he even wants the option to drop the bid if the board doesn't commit to keeping OpenAI as a nonprofit.
It sounds like he wants to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah, maybe.
But if this deal goes through, it could have a major impact on the future of OpenAI and the AI landscape as a whole.
It would be like shaking up a snow globe and watching everything settle in a new pattern.
It would.
Okay, one last AI development before we wrap things up.
All right.
A trial in the UK is testing a brain implant that uses ultrasound to boost mood.
Interesting.
Is this the future of mental health treatment or just another scary science fiction scenario come to life?
It's definitely a cutting-edge technology with the potential to revolutionize how we treat conditions like depression.
Yeah.
But as with any new technology, there are risks and ethical considerations that need to be carefully evaluated.
It's like opening Pandora's box.
Right.
We might find solutions to some of our biggest challenges, but we also might unleash something we can't control.
Hopefully not.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Byte-Sized Tech.
Wow, that went by fast.
I know, right? Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.
Welcome back to Byte-Sized Tech. We've covered some really fascinating topics today.
We have.
AI that might be a little too smart, robots that might take our jobs, houses that are printed like giant plastic toys. What's next?
Yeah, where do we go from here? Well, we were just talking about that UK trial using ultrasound brain implants to boost mood.
Right, yeah, it sounds like something straight out of a movie.
It does.
Is this the beginning of mind control, or could this actually be a breakthrough for mental health treatment?
Well, it's a controversial topic for sure.
Yeah,
But for people struggling with severe depression or other mood disorders, I mean, a treatment like this could be life-changing.
that's true.
Imagine like a non-invasive way to target specific areas of the brain
Uh-huh.
and potentially alleviate symptoms.
I'm all for anything that can help people who are struggling.
Right.
But I have to admit, the idea of messing with brainwaves, it's a little freaky.
Yeah, I can see that.
What are the long-term effects? Could there be, like, unintended consequences?
Well, those are valid concerns and ones that researchers are taking very seriously.
Okay, good.
Any new technology, especially one that interacts directly with the brain, needs to be thoroughly tested and studied
Right.
before it becomes widely available.
So it's a wait-and-see situation.
It is.
Hopefully it turns out to be a force for good.
I hope so, too.
Okay, so moving from brains to videos, remember YouTube's new AI feature
Oh, yeah.
that lets you create videos from text prompts?
It's pretty amazing.
It's like magic. You just type in a few sentences and have an AI generate a video with music and visuals.
It really is incredible. It really democratizes content creation
Right.
and opens up so many possibilities.
So instead of spending hours learning complicated video editing software, we can just tell AI what we want and poof, instant video.
That's the idea.
Sign me up. But what does this mean for the future of video content?
Mm.
Will AI be making all the movies and TV shows?
Well, I think AI will definitely play a bigger role in content creation in the future.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will completely replace human creativity.
Okay.
I see AI more as a powerful tool that can assist and augment human creators,
Uh-huh.
helping us to bring our ideas to life in new and innovative ways.
So it's not a case of AI versus humans. It's more like a collaboration.
Exactly.
AI as our creative sidekick.
I like that.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of bite-sized tech.
It's been fun.
We've explored the latest developments in AI robots, 3D printing, and even brain-computer interfaces.
It's amazing how fast technology is advancing.
It really is. And it's clear that the future is full of surprises, and we can't wait to see what unfolds next.
Me neither.
Thanks for tuning in to Bite-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.